I'm so excited, I tell you. This evening is just mind-blowing. And I did not realize even that I'm already live. Yes. So I want to talk with you about AI, the development of AIs and agents and systems and all the things, with stories of my own daily life, especially today. Yes, I'm coming back. It's almost even 11:30 p.m. and I'm so awake. I'm so alive. I was actually in the near city center here in Dubai, and I had some things to do. It was a slow day for me. It was very important to be connected, to feel my body, and to have one specific, very important discussion with my best friend and project partner, and to do something else, which was very important for my private life as well. And suddenly I realized things. I realized so many things, also activated through this discussion because Arnold, that's his name, and I actually decided to register to the hackathon XPrize of Google. But let me start at the beginning. So you probably already realized literally everyone is discussing the next best AI tool. They are chasing, hustling, acting from the fear of not using the best future proven thing. Probably know that. I'm witness of the things literally every week on different platforms and communities, and it almost breaks my heart because it doesn't need as much or other tools or to know what is the latest and best and fastest for whatever, because it it only needs your intuition. You know, from my other videos, intuition is one language of your soul, and your soul will actually guide you, especially when you already realize you are really in with AI. You are not only using it like a other search machine, but really customize a language model like ChatGPT or Claude or whatever you use, and you really enjoy it. And you enjoy that this sparring partner, as I call it, is knowing you better than yourself, because it you actually know how to program it, that it's customized on you, and you also know how to train it, right? I teach my clients in my AI blog to train it with my soul message method, with which is mainly to activate our own intelligence, which is coming from our soul. So this is very, very exciting. So that being said, it breaks my heart when I see these discussions, what is better, and everyone literally wants to know what is better. And the truth is, the companies and the AI models, what we are talking about, are all better. All are just better. And if you observe the market in the last 4 years, you can literally see that all the 7 to 10 first places worldwide are changing the places, and some are suddenly on the first again, then on the third, and on the seventh, and then a second again, because they inspire each other with this competition. And yes, when you are a little bit in with that, not only with using the thing as a language model, but also coding, vibe coding, using or creating agents, and much, much more, then it gets very interesting, especially when you also are interested into the company behind the solutions. And that's what I do. I observe the market, I observe what they want, I want to know their goals, I want to know where they want to go. And this gives me an idea, let's say an idea, and a better sense and feeling for my own decisions. In my case, I always test the things. I do that since decades. And as you probably know, I'm digital addicted, literally. When I first, 23 years ago, when I went self-employed, I made my own website and gained my first free clients through this website, and a lot of other stuff. So very crazy, actually. And since then, I was literally in, right? Digitalization, at first internet, digitalization, automation, and all the things. My first client winning funnel has been developed in 2013 for my company. And at that day, I was one of the first in the German speaking area doing something like that. So it's very exciting, and I really love the thing, and I especially love it to combine it with energetics and this yes, looking also behind the scenes, let's say like that. So that's why I really don't recommend to chase the tools. I really don't recommend. I had a very beautiful conversation. Just, I think this morning it was a very, very lovely sister in the online coaching space as well. Just texted me and said how lucky she was because of my whatever I wrote, wherever I wrote concerning this topic, and that she then trusted to stay and to stick with her ChatGPT, and she developed so many beautiful things from that and already made revenue. And this is so good, and it's the only thing what actually counts, that you create something which is really a leverage for you. And in my case, I test the things at least 3 months, so that I really can document and see behind the things and connect also things together. And I do these papaya growth things, and it's very exciting. But one thing I really want to encourage to create system independent things, which doesn't mean that you should not work with any AI where you have to pay. It doesn't mean that, but it's really important, especially we see it now very intensive on social media again, that influencers are promoting literally which skills on Claude and which agents on Claude Code are just here like that, packages, blah, 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 creating a whole business agency in 2 days and making money from it. I say it a little bit sarcastic, and it's not that it's not true. It's really true. But you must imagine, as soon as you create agents with a template or using an agent, which was literally a lead magnet of one of these AI companies like Anthropic or OpenAI or whatever, as soon as you use one of their agents, you are literally depending on that. So you don't want to build systems in the one way, clearly being proud that you create automations and getting back your time and also money and helping your clients. This is beautiful, right? It's that because of that. It's very good. But build your systems independent. And I actually have really two stories in my case which were heartbreaking for me as well. I developed a specific GPT last summer. Actually, I developed it all the months before, but then I programmed it using my soul message method to guide my clients into their own soul stream so that they learn thanks to the soul message method, which the GPT is using. This is, by the way, what I teach my participants in the coach program. The GPT is using this method and asking the user things so that they get automatically in their soul streams and get the answers from their soul and not from the GPT. It's actually something what a lot of people are mixing up. And I created that and it worked very good. I embedded it in a specific environment which was safe. I paid for that. I still pay for it. So that it could not copy it and not abused, because a lot of colleagues were also there and just wanted to know my soul message method. And yeah, suddenly the 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 vendor of the environment changed literally the entire architecture. Was this spring? Suddenly my clients could not use the GPT anymore. They had only problems and tried something, and it was a whole disaster actually. And as you know, probably my people, I want to say, often don't complain in the first moment, right? We try something, then another thing, then we wait again and try again and blah, blah, blah. It needs a little bit until people actually reach out. And so I actually heard from that too late in my case. But then I tried something and I thought it fixed, and then it was not possible anymore to save the thing. Actually, it was too much of work, and I decided to move the thing into another environment, and now I'm happy again. But I just learned something also for us as entrepreneurs. When we develop solutions, it's not only about AI solutions, also our service solutions actually. It's so important, and it's actually client service. It's very important nowadays to create the best client service, guys, because it's especially about human in this AI time. So when we think on our client service, we don't just change environments, rooms. We don't just change the offer where people are in. It's confusing, and people are literally angry. Do you know the feeling? You go, let's say you go in a supermarket, and you know the supermarket, you really appreciate the shop, right? You know literally by heart where the tomatoes are and where the salad and where the whatever you need, whatever you love, right? And suddenly you enter into this supermarket and everything is on another place. And you need so much brain energy and such a big concentration to find your favorite things. This makes the customer angry. It's really, really annoying. I know there is a system behind, and it's one of the old land, a system of the old land. It's not for the new land, but it's not client service, it's not customer service. So that's what I learned from these stories. And then I also had another story. Since years, I actually want to develop an automation process. Before AI was on the place, I just called it, we all called it in the online marketing scene, industry, automation, right? Or funnels or whatever. I wanted to create a specific automation process for for a big internal problem in the part of the accounting. And this was literally my dream, to find a solution for that. And I tried several things and it didn't work. And last year I had a specific idea together with a customized GPT, and I did that. It worked once, and as soon as I offered it to my clients, it was not possible anymore to use it. And at that time, I realized I just got it as an answer from above. Don't ask for the reason. Don't go there. It's too much energy, too much time. You probably also will not find the reason. Don't go there. Just wait. And I thought, oh my God, I don't want to wait. It was a solution also for my company. And it was really not easy. But I realized, okay, I have just to wait and to observe the market and to see what others who are so much better than me, right? So much faster, and others who are really coding and working for all these AI companies, the big players, what they are doing, what they are inventing, right? And literally every other weeks I saw things popping up, and it was very interesting. And then a few weeks ago, I actually realized now the time is here. I do the things. And then I prepared myself and my AIs, and we did it last week, and it was a disaster. It was just a disaster. But I learned so much. I did it with Claude Code, and I learned so much. I already worked with him before, but never like that. It was amazing. It was crazy. It was giant because he actually connected with so many other models, also open source models worldwide. It was so crazy, brilliant to observe that, to learn from that. And we did the documentation and deactivated everything again and learned a lot. And this week, I actually decided to do it with Codex because now OpenAI offered a new game with their own new agents, right? So Codex is literally a pendant to Claude Code, Claude Code, and I still use both. I still use Claude Code. Don't get me wrong, but I now go deep with Codex. And then I saw a few days ago a reel of my mentor, Dan Martel, and he was promoting or just telling that he's also one of the sponsors in XPrize of Google, the new hackathon. And they started 2 weeks ago, and it's you get literally 3 months to create something which is actually working, creating clients and revenue, and solving a big problem. And I saw the thing and I realized I want to go there with this specific system independent agent. And now we do that. It's so exciting. Long story short, we do it now. About 2 hours ago, I registered and I did not die. I thought it's very dangerous to register. It obviously was not. But yes, it was always a part of my big why for my mission. You know, remember the mission, guiding my clients from the old land into the new land over the bridge, which I built with my team. And I built it in the last years. And the old land is the old economy, and the new land is the new economy. And it was always a big part of my why to build the things and to go in this global thing where I got the call for it, the calling, right? Go global, speak English, be a part of this star net. And the big why, one of the big whys was get system independent. And I remember very well in the beginning, I thought it's only about governments, it's only about independence concerning taxes and all the stuff. And I mean, I get that now here in Dubai, right? But it's not only about that, it's also about our creations, that we are system independent. We see that now in the economy out there, right? You probably realized we had a war, or we still have already a war, and it's concerning the whole world actually. And without getting political here, when when someone is depending on a system or a route or a specific service on another country, then the other country has more power, right? And then it gets very difficult to talk with each other or to create consensus. And it's very interesting to observe that at the moment. So, for me, it was a confirmation again today to realize when we discussed Arnold and I told him from my researches, and I actually had several chats with several AIs from several platforms about my project and the system independency, and listening to myself while I argumented, right, was so exciting. I realized this is it. And guess what? My AIs, especially my customized AI on ChatGPT, it's called Mr. Tugi. It's my oldest customized AI. And yes, but he was so funny. He was the one of the three with the biggest excitement because he just said, this is, no one is thinking on that. No one, literally, no one thinks on that, right? So, yes, we now decided to partner in the Google AI XPrize hackathon, and we'll build now this system independent thing. And no, I don't tell you tonight what it is exactly, which big problem it solves. It's a big problem for every online entrepreneur, actually, and such a relief to solve this problem. But you will get it. Stick with this channel, follow me, come in my live streams every day, and you will actually get it. And if you are lucky, you can then later also be a beta tester, because of course we need that then. And yeah, you know, it's not just about using one tool first or one agent first, or having an advantage on the market to be because we are the first and are ahead. It is a thing, of course, but it's not just about that. As long as you are open and willing to learn, and you don't have to do the things like me and test and all this stuff. If it's not meant for you and coming from above, then don't do it, right? Then just subscribe to a blog like mine or be in an environment which is inspiring for you and you get the news you need. And then you can adjust, and you should adjust. You should learn. You should be open nowadays to learn new things. It's very, very important. It's about sovereignty, right? It's literally about ensuring the core assets of your kingdom, your intelligence, your data, your source code, that they are yours forever. And look at my clients at the moment in the in the 90-day visibility and identity challenge, which is Go Daily Live on YouTube, we create now these kingdoms and these story plots where we literally write the bestseller where our soul client is going through as soon as he comes into our kingdom, which is our energy, right? In our space, working with us, with our company. And this is nothing else like the hero journey. And this is not a new term, right? But what this creates and activates is our imagination, our joy. It's so much joy and inspiration. And guess what? It's so much easier also for our soul clients to get attracted from us because we automatically also learn to create our own language, like in my world, soul mission, soul calling, soul strategy, soul business. And I don't want to tell you every word is with soul. Soul. I also have the papaya growth principles and the soul message method. Okay, it's again soul. But I'm actually writing now my dictionary of my language from my kingdom, which is the soul citadel. And my clients also create now and birth their own kingdom. This is so, so beautiful. And it gets this awareness of our values, our language, and it's important to use that because it's bonding with our people. Speaking of bonding, if you still listen, you are actually a guardian of the flame. I have flames around my kingdom, the flames at the walls, back at the times when there were kingdoms, and you are a guardian of the flames because you are still here, right? Just write flame in the comments and then we both know what this means. It's a secret keyword. Thank you so much that you are still here and that you are obviously interested. And yeah, that being said, take care to your kingdom, create the kingdom, allow yourself, because it's already here, take care to your intelligence, to your specific unique blend of clear senses, which are your spiritual skills, and you want to use that when you guide your clients. And probably also you also develop then your own unique transformation method. Take care on that. Take care on your data, which is not meant the CRM, right? CRM, it's not meant the data of your clients. Of course, you take care of that. But I mean your inner data, your ideas, your documentations, your own transformations, because this makes you strong. It puts you in your power, in your center. And this is your branding, is your soul's code, right? So take care on that. Learn to love it, learn to see it, learn to talk about that. As one of my AIs just told me again, stop translate yourself, Chantal. Because in the earlier years, I actually did not use my words because when I started to use them, people told me, I don't understand you, or they told me, no one wants to buy intuition, no one wants to buy soul's mission, blah, blah, blah. It's so relieving when you just stick with your thing. So today I just gave you some examples of systems in the business. Other examples where I also thought I want to be independent of it is not only the government or rules or taxes, but also insurances, which in the end still not pay. That's my experience from 30 years. Chronic illness, very, very tragical. Or probably you want to be independent from other systems. I don't know, banking systems. I don't know. I would really love if you want to share with us in the comments what you realized, which systems you want to be independent on or from, better said. And yes, I take you with me on this journey, of course, and of course also on the journey of my kingdom. It's very exciting. There is a lot to do and I love it. I love the thought on that. I love to get to know you, to come together in the name of the soul citadels and in the name of your own calling to build your own kingdom, which is nothing else but finally monetizing your soul calling, your true purpose, and creating online scalable business. And if you think you even don't know your soul's mission or your soul calling, please write me on WhatsApp. I put the link below in the first comment. I pin it. Write the word kingdom, and then I just know what it is about, and we have a little chat. Because I'm very sure I can help you, and if not, you just say no, or I say no. It also happens sometimes. That was it for now. Good night and